Hey traders, welcome to another episode of the Trading Blog. Just got my new spikes in and, well, you know what they say? If you can't play good, look good. But if you're new to joining me, my name is Akil Stokes. I'm a full-time professional trader as well as a trading coach over at TradeEmpowered.com. And this is a somewhat daily blog video that I like to put out to you guys so that you can follow my journey as a trader. And also, hopefully, so I can leave you a few tips that can help push you along in your trading journey on a regular basis. Now, in today's topic, or I should say this, if you are brand new to watching me, make sure you go back and watch our past episodes. This is episode 27. So make sure you go to the Trading Blog playlist and catch up on the past episodes. And make sure you subscribe as well. That way you don't miss the next episode. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about confirmation bias. This is one of my favorite topics, and it came up today in one of our private chats. One of the trading clients that I work with wrote something in our private chat earlier today saying, man, there's lots of dollar strength today. I see a nice counter trend trading opportunity setting up, but I don't want to go against that dollar strength. And that can end up being a big problem for many traders, especially when they form a negative confirmation bias. Now, I'll get into what a positive confirmation bias is a little bit later. But in general, confirmation bias is when you essentially lock yourself into one side of thinking and ignore everything else on the other side. So think about it like you're having an argument and you want to be right. And when you're arguing with your friend or whoever, you only find points that support your argument while you ignore any other points that don't support your argument. It's also very similar to what's going on in our brain with the reticular activating system and whatnot. If you guys ever noticed when you buy a new car, right, all of a sudden, like you see everyone else with the same car and you're like, oh man, everyone's copying me. It's because you only want to see that. And in trading, we can get into a lot of issues with confirmation bias when we're not basing it off of our own analysis. And a good example that I like to give is watching the news. I used to do this a lot. You know, I come from before Forex, the stock investment days. So I used to have an office and 50 stacks of magazines. I had CNBC on and Bloomberg and CNN and everything on in the background. And I used to heavily base my decisions based off what everyone was telling me. So for example, if I have CNBC on and they're shouting, gold is at its highest level ever, you gotta buy gold, do this, do that. Then I switch over to Bloomberg and Bloomberg saying, gold is the best buy right now, low risk, buy gold, buy gold. What I would do is every time I would go to my price charts, every time I would look at gold, I would go in with the idea that I can only buy it. I only buy it. Even if it was a situation where it was an obvious selling scenario, I would only buy it because that's what I was locked in on. Now, that's okay if you're a fundamental trader. I happen to be a technical trader, meaning that my philosophy and the reason that I take trades are based off of technical analysis. They're based off what I see off the charts and not what I hear in the news. Now, that doesn't mean I don't take what I hear in the news into account, right? I do understand that the market has recently made a shift from, reacting to whatever Trump is saying to focusing on the potential Fed interest rate hike, which is coming sooner than later. The chances of hiking in March have increased significantly from what they were yesterday and even more for June. And I understand that. However, what I want to do is I want to keep that in the back of my mind, and I don't want to base a trading decision off the chart off of that knowledge. If I have a valid selling opportunity for the dollar, for example, on the charts, right? Something that I have, had a theory about, something that I have back tested, something that I've spent years gathering as much information as possible on and making sure that it has a positive expectancy. I don't want to all of a sudden deviate from that plan because of how I think or how I feel or how other people are telling me that I should feel. I need to stick to that plan because my trading plan, my trading success is based off of numbers. It's based off of probabilities, and it's based off the consistency of following that plan day in and day out. Now, there are ways you can use that, especially with second targets or extended targets. Many of you guys have heard me talking about hitting home run trades. You can use that fundamental or that fundamental confirmation bias in that case. But the confirmation bias that you want to form as a technical trader should come from purely the price chart. You should go through your your IPDE process: identify, predict, decide, execute. That's what should give you an idea of, hey, today I want to be bullish, today I want to be bearish. And when you get that when you get that confirmation bias, and this is in a positive way now, that's how you know to look for only short opportunities and ignore all long opportunities, or look for only counter trend trading opportunities and ignore all trend trading opportunities. So there's a good and a bad way of using that confirmation bias. And if you guys want to know more about it, head over to our website, tradeempowered.com. Click the Learn to Trade tab at the top. There's an article I did many years ago, or a blog post I did many years ago about confirmation bias. It's a quick read, so I recommend checking it out. And while you're over there, check out the rest of the free training we have as well. Now, as far as my trading goes, I forgot to recap you guys on that. It's been a pretty good week, a slow week. I've only had about 2 new trades trigger this week. I missed the big one on pound yen last night by a few pips. Market didn't quite get down to my level. But I'm in a really big trade at the moment. If you guys remember from last week, I fired off a trade on the Aussie Canada. It was using an advanced pattern formation as a way to get into a trend continuation trade, right? Looking for that confirmation bias. Since last week, that pair has rode up about 100 pips to hit target 1, and now I'm trailing, looking for target 2s at about $1.03. So it's a good looking trade. Right now it's about 170 pips up. Stops are rolled to the point. I don't have it on the chart right now. Stops are rolled to the point where, worst case scenario, maybe I make about 150 pips, 120 pips. So that's always a good place to be in. And depending on what I decide to talk about later this week, I may throw in that lesson in this week's Forex market preview video. So talking about how you can manage positions to help settle emotions and stuff like that. We'll see. We have a few more days left before I decide what the video is going to be about, but that's over on the Trade Empowered FX page. Or of course, if you end up going over to that Learn to Trade tab on our website, just enter your email address in the little deal that pops up. That way, not only do you get on our Forex market preview list, but you also get put on our list whenever we mail out new trainings that are coming out, new live events, new workshops, such as the Ultimate Trader Transformation Workshop we had early in February. So I appreciate you guys joining me. Again, if you're new, do me a big favor, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. You can also do so by hitting that like button, and remember to subscribe. That way you don't miss the next time this video comes out. So until then, plan your trade your plan. Good luck in the markets this week. Keep an eye out for Friday. That's going to be a big day, so you may want to put a pause on starting an early weekend, especially with Yellen coming out on an odd Friday. So take care, guys, and good luck in the markets. All right, traders, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please show us by hitting that like button and subscribing by clicking the button right below. If you're looking for more educational content, feel free to head over to our tradeempowered.com website, or also take a look and you'll see more videos available for you. Have a good one.